What's up, guys? So I told y'all I'd kind of make an in-depth video of what I'm going through, which is the removal of my subframe and my gas tank. I forgot to film, but I'm going to tell you how to basically do everything step by step and give you a little bit of tips and tricks. Others may not. So starting with one, get underneath the car, we have no subframe. So what I actually did, and this is how you kind of do it from beginning to end. The exhaust right there is actually sitting over here. There's that subframe. I'll get back to it in a second. So here's the exhaust as it sits in the car. Well, actually, it's turned the other way. You can take these two nuts off. They are 16 millimeter nuts. And next you have to do with the exhaust hangers. I did not cut mine. You have 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the exhaust hangers. You need to remove those either with WD-40 or you can cut them if you're going to replace them. Next, well, let's put this the right way. I'll show you. I'm going to need differential bushings. I'll be okay. Alright. There we go. So, from here, once you got your exhaust taken out, what I recommend doing next is go ahead and on the passenger side, right here, is the brake block. You're going to undo it from the block, and you're going to undo that caliper. And yes, you will need to bleed your brakes. That's a 14 millimeter. That's a 10 millimeter on the block. Next one, go ahead and do your drive shaft. And it is 4 bolts on the drive shaft right there. They are 14 millimeter as well. I'm gonna need a wrench and a ratchet socket. Next, you want to do your PPF. They're gonna be 17 millimeter bolts. Go and get them about 90% of the way unthreaded, and you have to take a hammer and hit it from the bottom up, because there are 2 caps here that actually lock in. It's kind of like a nut and bolt situation, and they're kind of tapered, so you have to hit those out. After that, you want to go ahead and undo your 2 bottom strut mounts, and I'll show you how everything kind of sits. So your strut mounts there, sway bar on, and axles in, and the diff in. Then you have your 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 subframe bolts. Well, 2 bolts, 4 studs. Stud, bolt, stud on both sides. And then you have your gas tank, which is right underneath here. And you may notice on mine, there is no charcoal canister that goes right here. I bypassed it and just looped the holes together and took the charcoal canister out. You got 1, 2, 3, and 4 right there. And they're 12 millimeter, and the gas tank will come down. Make sure you have your fuel pump unhooked from the lines and the connector. And yeah, other than that, it's not really that hard. Just a little bit tedious and a little bit annoying, but it's not hard. Crawl out from under here. So basically what I'm going through is getting that situated. Actually had a hole in my fuel line, which I'm attempting to repair with some JB Weld, because it's the black soft plastic line. Some hose, 2 clamps, and some JB Weld plastic weld. It may work, it may not, but I'm going to try it. I'll call Treasure Coast Miata tomorrow and get them to send me a new line. I actually got to send their fuel pump back because I actually got one with this tank. The issue I'm having was I was actually able to go ahead and get a code reader on the car, and camshaft position sensor came up. And I was like, okay, no big deal. Go buy one from the store, get the line on. I have 4 gallons of 89 in it. Should run. Not the case. Went ahead, put everything together, had the fuel leak. But when I was trying it, I don't know if it was a lack of fuel pressure, but the car would just continuously try and crank, but we have no start. So I went ahead and checked for a timing belt, because apparently, you know, some cars, people cut them or they just deteriorate and corrode and break when you try and start it. Has a timing belt. Timing belt's in good shape. Went ahead and checked the inside of the head. Nothing looked dented, busted, or anything. Actually did my valve cover black. I know it's kind of hard to see in this light. I went ahead and did it black just because I had it off, and then valve cover gasket with it. Other than that, I put new spark plugs in it, and put everything back together. My next step is going to be returning that fuel pump and actually ordering their Treasure Coast Miata injectors and having them flow tested by Injector Clinic. Just so I know I'm getting new injectors. And if it doesn't work after that, it's got to be a timing issue. And I should probably do a timing belt anyway. So, got an excuse to do it. And I think after all that maintenance, I shouldn't have to do any maintenance for about 20,000, 30,000 miles, if not more. But yeah, everything is coming along steadily. I'll say that. It is coming along very steadily. You can see in here, we actually had the front of the PPF drop, so the gear shifter is actually sitting low as heck. A good thing I recommend to all people doing car projects is this. Oh, there's my slave cylinder. I actually put a new master on. I gotta put this slave on too. This is a good example. Here's your rear PPF bolt. This is what you have to, basically just like this, when it's in the PPF, you hit the bottom of this up, and it pops that cap out, so you actually get it out. Here you have your 2 front PPF bolts. Those have no caps on them. Lug nuts. These are the brace bolts. Strut bolts. Exhaust bolts. And actually zinc coat those. These are drive shaft bolts and 2 caliper bolts. And subframe bolts and miscellaneous stuff from the... Hello, Gunna. What are you? Oh yeah, you're from the other part of PPF. And miscellaneous from the charcoal canister. Got all that in a box, so I know it won't go anywhere. And yeah, that is the update. I have to wait for my friend to bring his jack over so we can actually jack the rear diff up. I don't know how to do this. It's gonna, yep, it just flips on over. Also really should put the diff like this. But everything, I forgot to mention this brace. You need to take this brace off before you drop the subframe. It is 6 17mm bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yeah. So there's the update. Any questions, comments? Let me know if I missed something, or if you have any advice on why it may be give me the issue it is. I'm happy, to hear it. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.